course.
Final Fantasy 14 challenge, give us a Massachusetts weep shit or something.
Oh no.
So here's the issue, right? Here's an insight into WoW community. World of Warcraft doesn't just consist of gamers. World of Warcraft actually consists of people that only play WoW. They don't play video games. They play WoW.
I told you. I told you I'm not the only one, and it's true. It's true. This is me. See, like, I don't play like I was even telling my dad this. My dad, I'm not a gamer.
It is true.
I'm not, like, I don't get excited. Like, oh wow, I can't wait to watch E3 to see what new fucking bullshit EA can cook up. You know, what kind of different reskinned loot box machine they came up with this year. Oh no, I don't really give a fuck at all. I don't care. But I care about WoW, and that's it. There's like 2 or 3 other games that I care about, and like that maybe a little bit too much.
This is how I was when I first started playing games. And it's actually kind of funny. So the first game I actually ever did play was FF7. And the only reason I played FF7 was because I had an uncle who was really into it, FF7, 8, and 9. And I used to spend a week every summer at my aunt and uncle's house, and I would watch him play FF7. And he's actually, I commented this to a comment on my last reaction video, and I had, my uncle has since passed, and when he passed, I actually inherited his PlayStation, his black case, FF7, 8, and 9, and his Brady Games strategy guides and things like that. And so they really mean a lot to me. But other than that and Legend of Dragoon, I really wasn't a big gamer when I was younger. My actual first game that I really fell in love with after that I started playing consistently and grew addicted to, was World of Warcraft. And even then, it was literally just WoW. Like, it wasn't like, oh, I play this, and this, and I'm a gamer girl, whatever. No, I was a nerd. I liked high fantasy. You know, I liked LOTR. I liked to read, you know. I preferred reading, actually, way more than video games when I was younger, but I really loved World of Warcraft because of the idea that it was high fantasy and not like sci-fi or anything like that. And so, even when I started streaming, it was very on and off when I started streaming World of Warcraft. I didn't really have a schedule. I wasn't like pushing for anything. I would just randomly turn on stream or whatever. I didn't even know to talk to chat when I first started playing WoW. And I literally became like a WoW player. I didn't become a gamer. I became a WoW player. So that's kind of funny that he mentions that. And on top of that, it's not just nerds that play WoW. It's you have your people who really, really like raiding for World of Warcraft, and then a lot of the stereotype for PvP is like these bodybuilders. So especially with people that you would see do like 2s and 3s competitively, or any kind of PvP like that, you know, Bajira, Vinruki, or hell, even like, even Sko, when he would raid, like, they're all these big bodybuilders. So you would have, like, the stereotype was you would have these really skinny nerds that only played WoW, and then you'd have these big beefy dudes that only played WoW and Halo. So that was just kind of funny, but, so it's neat that they brought this up, because I actually felt the same way. I love strategy guides, too. I really do. Brady Games, I know, right? Legend of Dragoon is amazing. Constantly blaming, I'm not! How to fast forward live stream. I know, I'm sorry, here we go.
The reason being is WoW was a phenomenon where it blew up and it was a worldwide thing, right? So you had a ton of people that didn't play video games that played WoW. Because they heard about the phenomenon and they jumped on the train, or their friends told them to jump on the train.
That too.
Right? So what you have to remember is that community, WoW actually spawned like video game addiction or whatever for a lot of people, and the MMORPG genre for a lot of people. So for a lot of players, that's all they've ever known. So they look at the memes of Final Fantasy XIV sometimes, and they look at like the anime culture associated with it.
Yeah, we do.
Because let's be completely honest, there is an anime culture associated with Final Fantasy XIV, or the Final Fantasy series in general. That's not a lie. It's a Japanese-focused game. There's a lot of anime fans that also play Final Fantasy XIV. That's very true. I'm an anime fan myself. And a lot of people will look at that and they'll be like, oh, that's weeb shit. However, at the same time,
it's weeb shit. Like, look at the picture, okay? You have a robotic rooster with a wizard hat on, okay? That's anime shit right there. That is 100% anime shit. There's no way that it's not.
What ends up happening is they try the game and they find
Okay, that was really beautiful because he paused it right at the same point, right when he said however, and then he's like, yeah, it's weeb shit. That was amazing. Okay, so to be fair, I talked about this in the other video, but to be fair, it's not necessarily... It opens up a whole discussion, and I had a lot of people that commented on it in the last video. It was actually funny because the video was like 45 minutes long, right? And the main comments I got were about, is it okay for a dude to play a chick character? Or is 14 a weeb game? Literally almost all of the comments. I mean, there were some other gems, and people really thought out these comments. They would be like 4 to 5 paragraphs long. It was absolutely ridiculous. And I'm sitting there at work. Yes, at work, reading these because it's my my last couple of weeks, so I'm actually done next Friday. So I have nothing to do, by the way. And thank you for the follow. And WoW does have the mechanical chicken thing. And I'm sitting there reading all of these comments, and I'm like, well, damn. I'm going to have to go through all of these one by one, give them the comment, you know, that's actually a good response, and try to match what they said to me. Like, I don't want to respond to something that's 5 paragraphs long with just, like, 2 sentences and be like, yeah, I totally agree, dude, thanks for the comment, like, because that'd be really douchey. So it was just funny that those were the only 2 comments, or the only 2 topics that people really wanted to comment on. So, I'll say it one more time here. There was actually a really good comment on the Asmongold reaction to the Zeppela video, and it was that 14 isn't a weeb game, 14 is a game that weebs play, which I actually think sums it up a little bit better. And I won't talk too much more about it. I'm sure that a lot of people will comment more about it if I end up putting this video up on YouTube as well. But yeah. It is an MMOJRPG. But the other thing is, too, yeah, Rue, I know. That's what I was saying. I wasn't sure if he was actually back. Because I saw this, people sent me this video, and they're like, I want you to check this out. And so I was like, oh, this is cool, you know, I would love to do that. I look at the timestamp, and I'm like, oh, this was a year old. People still want me to react to it, A, and B, I wasn't even sure if Scottzone was back, but people say that he, like, tweeted and he's actually doing really well, so that's good. But he doesn't, like, stream anymore or anything like that, so. I know, the whole gender thing. It doesn't, I don't know. And I don't mean to spark the same conversation, I'm just saying that it's funny that out of a 45-minute video, those were the 2 topics that people picked out. Like, why? Yeah, exactly. But it's not for weebs. Like, I'm not, for example, I know that it's an odd example, and I guess it doesn't really matter in the long run, but I don't mind anime. Like, I think some of it's pretty cool. I actually really love, like, Death Note, or on High School Host Club is another one of my favorites. But I don't watch a ton, and I still really enjoy FF14. So, not that that's much of an argument, but there it is. And I'm going to go back to the video because I've just been sitting here talking for like 20 minutes.
No, they really, really enjoy it. I've had a lot of people that do that. They've come over from WoW, like a lot of friends from guilds. So, unfortunately, it's a stereotype that Final Fantasy has to break. Do you guys remember when WoW was considered the most toxic community in gaming? Before League of...
No. WoW was never toxic. WoW was actually... It was never toxic. Like that. No, dude. Like, before League of Legends, it was Counter-Strike. Everybody knows that FPS games have the most toxic players. How do I know this? Because I used to be one. Like, you would join a lobby, and it would be like 4 dudes blowing into their mic and yelling the N-word into the mic all at the same time. And then this was like the lobby for Halo 2, and then it would put you in the group lobby with like both the teams together, and then they'd just be talking to you like, yo, I'm gonna fuck your mom, I'm gonna rip your head off and shit down your neck, and just like all this other bullshit that they would say. And like we used, like, I have like 50 of these fucking things I used to tell people,
be funny,
right?
but it really
I
is.
would say that every day, every fucking day, and it was fun, dude. I used to love talking shit on the internet. And then it didn't even happen until like maybe 2010. Everybody decided to be a fucking pussy, and then all that kind of bad stuff became against the rules. Even now, if I go over to somebody's house and they have an Xbox Live account, I'll get on there. I'll just start screaming at people. I'll just start doing it, man. I don't give a fuck. It's fun to me.
Legends? Do you guys remember that?
Okay. He just said that he goes to random people's houses, gets on their accounts, and starts shit-talking people like he's a 12-year-old. I'm sorry, but that's funny. I am a little bit speechless. He's like, I find it fun. I'm really good. I have a point. I'm gonna get to it in just a second. Okay. Composure. So my point is, I think that, yes, WoW is renowned for its toxicity, but he's absolutely right. Before that, it was Counter-Strike and League of Legends. So it's been, like, different games with different levels of toxicity because of different things. Essentially, when WoW started for vanilla, it was a clean slate. Everybody wanted all of their friends to play. They wanted them to check out this cool game. You know, whatever, people who had played Warcraft 1 through 3 wanted to play World of Warcraft, see how much lore was actually going to be in it, and be able to do stuff like that and take part in the raids and dungeons with their friends. So, for vanilla, the game was new. Obviously. No one had played it. Nobody knew the strats for fights. Nobody knew, like, where the quests needed to be handed in. No one knew, like, what comps they would need for certain fights until after they, you know, started to farm things. Everything was fresh. And so back then, it actually wasn't as toxic because everybody was on the same page and everybody was starting everything at the same time. As everything grew and the expansions evolved, that, you know, they had extra things like more of the PTR, the guilds like Method and Midwinter, even back in the day, where the devs would say, hey, we have these raids that we want to test for the new expansion. We need you guys to test them. So there were already strats out before even the raids came out. And so I feel like that's when the toxicity level grew, because no one was on the same playing field, especially around Wrath, when they started to implement the group finder, the LFR, and things like that, because you had these hardcore people that would actually be the ones to figure out and test the strats, and then you had other people who Blizzard was catering to a bit more, that were a bit more casual, which isn't a bad thing, but when you mesh those two together, it's not a good combination. And so, especially in WoD, you would see groups up on Group Finder that would say, you know, like, first clear of Heroic must have AOTC. Like, people were requesting AOTC for a group that hadn't even downed Heroic. Or, you know, M+, but you must have this amount of gear, when people would be doing M+ to get that gear. And that's where I feel like a lot of the toxicity stemmed from, was just because everything, like, it wasn't as much of a level playing field anymore. Whereas with 14, there are so many different catch-up mechanics and ways to gear, and not even necessarily that you do need a specific item level to queue for a boss, but you don't necessarily need a specific item level to down a boss as long as you know your class, essentially. So I feel like, and 14 doesn't have PTR, so, and they're very secretive about things. So a lot of the fights, you don't even know what the fights are gonna be until they come out. So it's legit a completely level playing field for the most part for most people. And I'm not saying that either game doesn't have its issues or either game doesn't have its own toxicity or something for people to complain about. I'm just saying that in the beginning, WoW didn't have as much toxicity as it does now, or as much as people claim it has. And that could possibly be the reason. But there is always that game that people associate with toxicity. And so I think Asmon is absolutely right when saying, you know, when when vanilla became a thing, it was, you know, Counter-Strike and League of Legends that everybody knew was really toxic, and not World of Warcraft. And it just kind of happened as things went on and the expansions came out. So yeah, public test realm. But anyway.
And then League of Legends came along and everyone was like, oh, the WoW community isn't that bad actually, because League of Legends is something
yes,
toxic.
That's exactly what I just said.
Remember that? Like, it was considered the most toxic community around Wrath of the Lich King. And then League of Legends appeared and everyone's like, nah, fuck that. League of Legends? That's toxic, dude. It's a stereotype.
Yeah, nobody uses voice chat anymore, you're right.
Other games will break the stereotype. It'll exist for a while, but I think with Shadowbringers,
the fuck is
you'll
Shadowbringers?
probably see the stereotype break a bit. I think another issue that you guys had as to why that stereotype exists is when Final Fantasy came into the spotlight more with Stormblood. Unfortunately, it also happened to be for stereotyping.
Yeah, I misspoke. I was talking more about Counter-Strike, and then
right? So
just
a lot of people
the
never
fact
saw
that
Heavensward
hold on,
when that trailer dropped. Like, you guys, video game addiction or whatever,
and just the fact that there are other games that people consider just as toxic, or if not more toxic than WoW. So a lot of people associate toxicity with WoW, but if you talk to people that play WoW, they don't necessarily think it's as toxic as other people do. They claim that other games are toxic games. So it's just kind of like circle. Was what I was getting at.
For a lot of people. And the MMORPG genre for a lot of people. So for a lot of players, that's all they've ever known. So they look at the memes of Final Fantasy XIV sometimes, and they look at like the anime culture associated with it.
Yeah, we do.
Because let's be completely honest, there is an anime culture associated with Final Fantasy XIV.
Yeah,
or Final Fantasy series in general.
Oh, I
That's
accidentally rewound it a little bit. Oh well,
game.
whatever.
There's a lot of anime fans that also play Final Fantasy XIV. That's very
Big
true. I'm an anime fan myself. And a lot of people will look at that and they'll be like, oh, that's weeb shit. However, at the same time,
this reaction is amazing anyway.
Like, look at the picture, okay? You have a robotic rooster with a wizard hat on, okay?
I didn't even hear him call that a robotic rooster to begin with.
That is 100%.
That's a chocobo, man.
There's no way that it's not.
It's wearing a barding, dude.
What ends up happening is they try the game and they find out they really, really enjoy it. I've had a lot of people that do that. They've come over from WoW, like a lot of friends from guilds. So, unfortunately, it's a stereotype that Final Fantasy has to break. Do you guys remember when WoW was considered the most toxic community in gaming? Before League of...
No. WoW was never toxic. WoW was actually... It was never toxic. Like that, no, dude. Like, before League of Legends, it was Counter-Strike. Everybody knows that FPS games have the most toxic players. How do I know this? Because I used to be one. Like, you would join a lobby, and it would be like 4 dudes blowing into their mic and yelling the N-word into the mic all at the same time. And then this was like the lobby for Halo 2. And then it would put you in the group lobby with like both the teams together. And then they'd just be talking to you like, yo, I'm going to fuck your mom. I'm going to rip your head off and shit down your neck. And just like all this other bullshit that they would say. And like I have like 50 of these fucking things that I used to tell people, right? I would say that every day. Every fucking day, and it was fun, dude. I used to love talking shit on the internet. And then it didn't even happen until like maybe 2010. Everybody decided to be a fucking pussy, and then all that kind of bad stuff became against the rules. Even now, if I go over to somebody's house and they have an Xbox Live account, I'll get on there. I'll just start screaming at people.
I just love that he says this.
I'll just start doing it, man. I don't give a fuck. It's fun to me.
Thank you for hanging out, and thanks for the follow.
Legends? Do you guys remember that? And then League of Legends came along and everyone was like, oh, the WoW community isn't that bad actually, because League of Legends was something toxic. Do you guys actually remember that? Like, it was considered the most toxic community around Wrath of the Lich King. And then League of Legends appeared and everyone's like, nah, fuck that. League of Legends? That's toxic, dude. It's a stereotype.
nobody uses
WoW
voice
broke
chat
that
anymore. You're
stereotype.
right.
Other games will break the stereotype. It'll exist for a while, but I think with Shadowbringers,
The fuck is
you'll probably
Shadowbringers?
see the stereotype break a bit. I think another issue that you guys had as to why that stereotype exists.
Watches a video
is
about
when-
Shadowbringers.
When
Asks
Final
what the fuck is
Fantasy came into the
Shadowbringers.
spotlight more with Stormblood,
We're getting there, bro.
unfortunately, it also happened to be for stereotyping reasons an Asian-styled expansion, right? So a lot of people never saw Heaven's Ward when that trailer dropped. Like, you guys saw it, you were hyped about it, people really enjoyed it.
Okay.
And then Stormblood comes out when the game is more popular and more people are playing it. And then some WoW players see Stormblood trailer and they're going, what the fuck is this? Okay, samurais? Monks?
That's true.
We're going underwater? We're in this Japanese city now? Like, this Japanese themed city now? Like, a lot of people will be seeing that for the first time. And now what's going to be happening, now that the game has grown even more, you have WoW players that are seeing the Shadowbringers trailer for the first time. And, like, let's think about it, chat. Let's look at it right now, real quick. Alice, I'm sorry. I'm going to cut you off for 1 second.
Wait, oh my god, dude, are we about to do a reaction to a reaction?
Oh, dude!
This is what I'm really
We're
good at,
not.
guys.
No,
Okay, here
he's
we
not
go.
looking at somebody else's
I'm
video
ready
right
for it.
now. You've got to be kidding me. You have got to be
Look at
kidding
that.
me.
It's me on the screen, dude. Oh my god. Look at all this. Look at the Asmongold
No.
highlights, Pokemon exposed. Oh my
No.
god, hugging my dog. Okay, alright. Sorry.
let's go to
Wait,
this
no. Before I go on with this, is this why people DM'd this to me? Because they wanted to see that and they wanted to see what I thought about it? Are you kidding me right now? Is this really happening? Okay. All right. Oh god.
A lot of WoW players are going to be looking at this for the first time. Now think about it. If you're a WoW player, think you're into hardcore fantasy, right? You like hardcore fantasy?
Yeah.
You like
Dragons.
for the most part.
All right,
you're
he's just looking at
okay
the
with, like,
trailer.
science fiction games.
Nope.
I thought he was bringing up somebody else looking at the trailer. So I thought Scottzone was going to watch someone's reaction to the trailer. Asmon was watching Scottzone's reaction to someone's reacting to the trailer, and then I was watching this.
Maybe like Argus was like, you know what's going on here, man. Argus was a little bit too much. Like I want to be in like the plains of a battlefield fighting a dragon.
Yeah.
I don't want to be some wizard or some fucking cyborg on a spaceship. It's weird.
Okay, before I actually go on with this, it's actually kind of funny that he mentioned that, because the whole reason that I even got into World of Warcraft was because I was excited to fight a dragon. I was like, dude, this is fantasy. Everybody keeps telling me that this is like some high fantasy shit, right? And so I'm going to be out there and I'm going to be fighting dragons. And that's what I was really excited about. But to go back to when he was talking about the Stormblood cinematic, the Mist cinematic was very, very, very Asian too, and that expansion was completely Asian themed. So, I mean, that's a thing as well. The analysis is funny, but it is kind of neat though, because when he actually is going to start the Shadowbringers trailer, you are in an open field fighting something. It's not a dragon, but you are in an open field. So there's that. Yeah. Wow, PMac. You had to bring up the fact that I don't have any dragons. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, it was. It was super Asian. That's what I'm saying. And it, a lot of people say that it wasn't even a well-received expansion, but it actually was a really well-received expansion. As people freaking flipped out at that BlizzCon, man. But anyway.
You hated Mr. Pandaria. Remember how badly, chat, think about this. Remember how badly Mr. Pandaria was received.
The extreme dragons.
Everybody remembers that. Now think about what they would have thought when they saw Stormblood. It really crosses over. You have to think about those comparisons. So now, let's say I'm a Final Fantasy player. I'm a WoW player, and I've just had BFA. I've just had Warlords of Draenor. And I'm going, I need something different. I need something that's more fantasy. And then bang.
Okay.
Hey, Jay, what's up?
And now we're going.
That music, though, just immediately.
Okay, Warcraft?
Alright.
I can dig this.
Okay, that's badass. That's cool.
Chat, I am going to be talking over this because I'm trying to make a point.
I don't want you to talk over it, Scott.
Now WoW player is going, Katana in the ground, broken. Weebs are dead. Let's go.
Wait. Oh yeah. Okay. All right.
How many years?
Oh, that's true. I didn't think about that.
Since that day.
The feels. Yeah, me too. I got off work like what, 4 hours?
And now we're looking at this and we're going, he looks badass.
That's true. He does.
Is that Arthas?
Have I waited?
That yeah. He
It does look
really
like
fucking
Arthas. We always made that connection, guys.
Cool. Wait, he literally has a barrel full of swords. Like that's how badass this guy is. He has a barrel
it's a
full of
golf
swords.
bag.
I like it.
Of katanas.
This is giving me PTSD from Sekiro.
The one that stood
This song plays in my house too.
Muscle man in armor, Pog dude, long blonde hair. Is that the Lich King?
Okay. That's
To be
so
fair-
anime, dude. That's so anime.
What? To be fair, this
That's
cinematic
so
is
anime.
amazing.
Here we go. Music, guitars, I'm in.
Okay.
Hold up. I'm sorry, I'm gonna pause the music for a minute. But this whole thing isn't a fight scene. However, the fight scene is actually really cool. The moment the sky dissipates like that, and then they start to have the fight scene, what is that reminiscent of? I know that there wasn't a Shadowlands trailer yet, but so is the Shadowlands trailer anime? Thonking. Yeah, same, Jay. I actually like him quite a bit. That's like one of my disclaimers, is that I'm actually like legitimately trying to create discussion out of all of this and not necessarily just like attacking anyone, because I actually really like his content. But yeah, so anyway, let's go.
Okay. And now, think about this correctly, chat. 1 second. We're gonna analyze this trailer. Now we've gone past this. We've had this big moment where everything's going fucking crazy. There's a big orc smash guy. Everyone's big on it. And now, chat, now Square Enix has gone, how do we attract the WoW refugees? Well, it's simple. We add a refugee. Look. Wandering along in a desolate land, searching for a new place.
They're going to
I
Europe.
would never have thought
Trying
of
to find
that.
somewhere. It's a hunter player. He has a bow.
Okay.
He's having visions of previous WoW. There's Cataclysm.
Okay, that's good.
I would
Okay, so he
never
has
have put that
PTSD.
together. Like, I don't know if that was
this is
the
the
thought
OTP.
process, but...
Oh, great.
And he's-
Furbies.
Oh
Wow,
my god.
It's just like 1998. I'm so happy they brought these back. You know what my Furby did? Nothing. Because it was like $15 just to pay for batteries for Furby for like a day. Like these little fucking, like, you guys remember Furbies? Just a second. Let me
That's
show you
a
guys
hedgehog,
Furbies.
not a Furby. Why is hedgehog the last thing
These
on the
fucking
search?
things. I used to have one of these. My mom bought one of them for me. I probably, if you want me to be honest, I probably still have it.
Really?
The 90s was a really weird time, okay? So let me see. Let's actually, what's it? So this is a white one with a yellow face. Okay, let's see if I can find a white one with the yellow face. This is pretty close. So you've got that right there. You got this. Okay, so they brought in Furbies. That's amazing. Well, I really can't wait to see what they have left.
Okay. No. All right. WoW has furbolgs. I mean... And Vulpera. I'll help you level wherever you want. And there was a daily that used to be a world quest where you freaking either hugged or picked up Or, no, I know. I'm just saying. You either hugged or picked up or something with squirrels. No. I mean, it does have a remarkable resemblance to a Furby. It does. But... but... yes. Thank you, Joe. I appreciate that. It's all for the community, man. And thank you so much for the follow. Alright.
Saying, no fight left to fight. WoW is shit now. Ha 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 ha. WoW sucks now.
Kill it.
Okay? And then he's going, no, please, come, try the game.
Please kill it.
And then he says, ho, here it comes, the end, your end. Chat, this is BFA. This is BFA.
Alright, the scene is
He
pretty cool.
literally turned this into a whole BFA-hating cinematic.
It was this big angel that came along. War is coming back to Warcraft.
Yep.
Sylvanas and Anduin are fighting.
It's gonna be
the
great.
And the Horde are against each other.
Oh my
We're
god.
gonna have the original Warcraft back.
Wow.
Here is the angel. This is our savior. And then suddenly, what the fuck? Wait, what? Emergency. WoW sucks. Kill it. Kill it.
Wait, how does he have the axe?
What? He has the axe, Asmon, because he can be every single job in the game. And he can swap like that. Ta-da.
And look, this is the end times, chat. This is the end times. Yoshi P thought about this brilliantly. This is Teldrassil. Teldrassil's being burned to the ground by Sylvanas.
You just call that Teldrassil?
Look, chat, it's all there. It's all there, chat.
That's kind of true. Yeah. Oh yeah, there's Jaina.
It would be too OP if we could job change during combat, though.
We may accept
Ooh.
This is a reference to Hearthstone. He has 3
Pokemon.
cards. And this is a reference to the amount of RNG that's in World of Warcraft. The reason he's talking about Fate and picking Destiny is because he's talking about whether they're not going to get a Titanfall.
I never watched any of his streams.
And look, here's an
sadly
even
enough.
better thing. That's Titan Forging and War Forging. That's a tertiary stat, and that's a gem slot. Look, it's the 3 RNG elements that can be applied to a piece of gear, chat. War Forging and Titan Forging, a gem slot, and fucking tertiary stats.
but we cannot deny it.
Oh my god.
Deny.
And this is the casual player saying they're going to defend it.
Oh my god.
I want to run from my troubles.
Okay, here we go. We're trying to beat BFA. BFA is too strong.
The scene's pretty fucking cool.
Every time, chat, you see a weapon get broken here, that's a system that BFA is deleting from the game. Here we go. Oh, GCDs.
We're getting rid of it because it doesn't match the class fantasy guy. Weapon breaks.
Wait, why does she have ears? Oh no, cat girls?
You know who they're talking about there? Chris Metzen, because he just got added back in with the
Fucking
model.
cat girls.
That's literally casual
Come
players.
on,
We
man.
until Chris Metzen gets back. I will hold the line.
Oh no.
He's not wrong. I was so upset when Chris Metzen stepped down, and I was like, when you go to BlizzCon, who's gonna say freaking welcome to BlizzCon? Chris Metzen does that. That's his job, man. I don't care if he even, like, voices anything in game anymore. He's supposed to do that, and they don't have that anymore. Or if they did, it was pre-recorded for the last one, and it was very sad. No, I don't care about him. But I do love that, like, the whole time, like, he's so excited and saying, yeah, I agree. Yeah, that's actually pretty cool. No, that's really funny. Then he sees a cat girl and he's like, fuck this.
This is Blizzard. Okay. We're running
Fat
up.
cats are Blizzard.
That's classic WoW chat. This is classic WoW, okay? This is vanilla World of Warcraft. This is the 1.0 of World of Warcraft. We're trying to bring it back from a different timeline. We're trying to go back to a different timeline.
I like
we want vanilla WoW back, chat.
Okay.
Hold on, Saber.
That's J. Allen Brack. He won't let it get by.
This town certainly has changed.
Yeah, damn right it's changed, dude. Modern WoW's not the same.
And not at all for the better.
Okay.
The scene is real, like the trailer is really cool. Like I'm gonna have to say the trailer is actually really fucking badass. I like it a lot.
It is. It's a fantastic trailer.
You see how it's still not dead? You see how it's still not dead there? You know why that is? It's still not dead because that's the amount of people that keep writing on fucking Watic Cloud posts and they're like, it's only nostalgia because they never go away. They never go away. That's why it's still alive. This is the classic WoW player trying to fight against the dumbasses.
Yep, that's about right.
Okay, here we go. Now we're in classic WoW chat. This is where it gets exciting.
Okay, this is
the
good.
new timeline.
Wait,
look, classic WoW looks great. Look, there's the fucking Ice Crown Citadel again. I can't wait to go there when we do Wrath of the Lich King Reborn.
Oh, wow. All right.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
That's great.
This is a big teaser. Look, Yoshi P right here is saying, "Hey chat, hey,
That's
WoW
a dancer
players,
on a
remember when you had
mailbox.
support classes? Remember when you had the support paladin and the support shaman? Remember that? Look, we have support. This is a support dancer. Come. It's
What?
like vanilla WoW.
Wait, why
Watch
should
him there,
those
he's like,
giant-ass
wait,
ears?
what?
What the fuck? This is pretty weeb. I mean, like, let's be real.
And then we're going up here. We're going through.
I know. I wish I'd watched more of
Oh,
this
this
stuff.
is where the Lich King
I
is.
knew of him, but I never really watched
Bang.
a lot.
This is every single WoW expansion. This is another one. This is another one. This is another one. This is another one. This is every single WoW expansion.
Okay.
And now this is Yoshi P. This is Yoshi P looking out at World of Warcraft, all of those expansions.
Tragedy.
And listen to what he says. Listen to what he says very clearly.
Greater even than the seventh umbral calamity.
He's
This
talking about
tragedy
BFA.
must be undone. Oh my god.
Must be undone. He knows it's bad. And then it goes straight into BFA. It goes straight into BFA.
This is so fucking ridiculous.
Not even Mr. Pandaria could take it down.
Oh, he just got stepped on. Well, shit.
If what? If history must be...
Unwritten.
They tried that with WoD. It didn't work.
Yes!
They did try that with WoD.
And chat,
They tried to
what's the
retcon
one
like
thing?
everything.
What is the one thing that Blizzard said they would do? That Blizzard should do? If in case of emergency, bring Arthas back. Bring back the Death Knight.
And they are
What's the
bringing
only
Arthas
thing that
back.
I thought you were gonna say
revives
Illidan. They already did that.
BFA? Is that a Death Knight?
Become what you lost.
Is that a Death Knight?
Hey, I'd be okay with that part. Yo, I would be more than okay with that part. Holy shit.
There we go! And then, the entire world of World of Warcraft gets severed in half into two communities. Vanilla WoW and BFA and Modern WoW. And what's in the middle is a new pathway into a new realm called...
Shadowbringers.
Shadowbringers!
Yeah.
There we go!
That's really good. I'm gonna be honest, that was really good.
That was really good.
Yeah,
that
that
was
really
super
good.
entertaining analysis.
You know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of, like, you know, whenever you read like a poem or some kind of bullshit in your English class and your English teacher is talking about how, you know, some poet talking about a bird is actually a metaphor for, you know, political troubles in Eastern Europe or something like that. And then it's like this big, complex, convoluted thing that you really don't, you know, it's like, did he really mean this or not? I don't know. But it just reminds me so much of that whenever I see it.
Yes, that's called an analysis. Good job.
July 2nd.
There you go, chat. See what I mean? They thought about this, chat. Guys, they thought about this.
That was really funny.
They completely thought about
Like one
it.
way or another, that was really
I
funny.
don't think you guys realized that.
That was really funny.
I understand now. I hope
It
you
has been
understand
over a
now.
year. That's insane.
Yoshida is a true 5-head? Of course he is, dude. He's the ultimate 5-head.
Yoshi P is amazing.
I just like...
Zombie, thank you for the follow.
That was a really great analysis.
Okay.
I want to see what he says about it.
I don't know if I'm ever gonna be able to get into a game like that, man. I really don't know. Like, I should hear whether something is weeb or not is actual roadblock. If you can set into not enjoying things, it's not true at all. Like, what do you mean? Like, I mean, if you don't like the theme, then I mean, do you really think that it's like whenever people say like something is weeb, that means it's themed in a way that they don't enjoy? Like, how is that weird? Like, what's wrong with that? Like, let's say you don't like some sort of a theme for a game. That's not a roadblock. That's just a fact. Like ESO, same as anime. Yeah, I mean, it is pretty anime.
Like, yeah, that is something, but at the same time, you could discuss it better than that. Rather than saying, well, I'm turned off by that game because it's a weeb game, you could say, the aesthetics of the game aren't really something that I'm into. I'm not really into, like, Asian type characters, or like a lot of the videos I've seen take place in this Asian looking place. So like, just for an example, like Shirogane. And you could say, that's not really the style of game I'm looking for. Not just being like, man, that's a weeb game. Sucks. Well, it was an analysis. It was great because he literally said at the beginning of the video that he was going to analyze the trailer, right? And then Asmon's like, dude, that was so cool. That's like when you just like tear apart a poem and say that it's because of metaphors and stuff. Like, I love you, dude, but yeah, that's what an analysis is. Like, what? Yeah, you're absolutely right, PMAC. That's what I'm saying, but you would just flame the game so hard? Yeah, probably. But we'll finish this up.
Let's be honest. Like, addicted to WoW? Why? I mean, are they going to truly, are they going to keep it truly classical and re-release the expansions, or do the exact same boat 10 years from now? I don't know, man. Like, I don't think they know either. Elder Scrolls Online is anime? Well, I'm not talking about Elder Scrolls. Like, why would I be talking about Elder Scrolls? This video is about Final Fantasy. It has nothing to do with Elder Scrolls. Like, this is all about Final Fantasy. Like, all I'm trying to say, guys, is that, I mean, the video is funny. Like, let's be honest. The video was really funny.
I know.
But Elder Scrolls Online...
And hi, guys. How's the app going?
That, dude. I was talking about fucking Final Fantasy. Why would I say Elder Scrolls is anime? That's fucking dumb. You accidentally said Elder Scrolls? Oh, well, yeah, I accidentally misspoke. Yeah, what a big surprise there.
I just, like, I didn't mean to start this. I mean, we could watch this one as well after the ad. I don't know. Would you guys want to watch that, I guess? Like, I don't know. After this ad. Oh, hi! It's normally not Chris on the on the work to game account. So hey, it's submitted. Who knows? Same.
This town certainly has changed.
Oh my god, dude! What? Hi. I thank you. Thank you for the wow. Hi, how are things? People were actually talking about you earlier. I don't know if you're actually hanging out in chat, but I actually really loved that video, and I loved your analysis of the Shadowbringers cinematic. So, aw, thank you. I shall. Actually, speaking of coffee, I should go get some. Oh my god, thank you so much. How are you? How are things going? Like, what? Is it weird if I ask what you're up to? Like, hang on, wait. Let me actually go get some coffee, and I'll be right back, and we'll discuss. All right, sorry guys. Yeah, I did have to refill the coffee bowl. So for anybody that didn't see it, it's literally this. And the coffee actually really isn't warm enough, but I'm trying to make do. I could have warmed it up, but I didn't want to get picked on for warming it up in the microwave, so working. Oh, that's so great. Of course. No, that's absolutely amazing. Thank you so much. Like, that is so cool. Everybody in here was talking about you and wondering, you know, where like what was going on and where you've been, and saying that they really missed your content. So thank you so much. It actually really means a lot. Thank you. Microwaved coffee because it got cold.